actually going to go there for my first property,
Okay, great.
and I'm
Yeah,
going to get
because
physical eyes on the property
yeah, that's a
besides
good
through a
question.
video.
So I'll kind of step back a little bit and answer the question: what should I expect for my first closing? Like, what are what do I need to be prepared for, both from a time perspective, from a documentation perspective, and from what your options are? Because, and I'll start with the last ones. You have multiple different options for closing. You can, of course, go to the title company in your market, but if you're investing remotely and you don't, let's say you don't live closely to your market, then you need another option, right? So you can go there physically. That's fine. You could also have a mobile notary. This is just somebody that shows up at your doorstep and they're a notary. So you'll pay 100, 150 bucks for this to be arranged, but they show up with all documents. You just sign, give them your ID, and you're done. You're good to go. They take care of shipping everything back, scanning it, etc. That's the second one. The other one is getting your own documents. Sometimes they require a mail out where they will mail you the official documents that they printed. Most of the time, they'll just send you a PDF that you print, and then you've got to mail them back. All right. So what you're going to do in that situation is print them off and then go to somewhere with a notary. I recommend UPS. It's like $6 a signature. And usually there's somebody there, 10 to 4, just depending on the location.
Mm-hmm.
But that's another option for you. Usually that's going to be the cheapest. Now, if you want to go to your market, like you mentioned, then it's just, what do I need to have as far as documentation is concerned? And what do I need to have as far as expectations on time? Because if you're going to be there in person, yeah, I'd say expect about 30 minutes. You
Okay.
show up, you start signing documents, and you're good to go. Yeah, 30 minutes seems pretty reasonable to me. If you're going to do it at UPS, you could probably get it done in, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, just depending on how big the loan document is. Now, and again, it's helpful to say that this depends on whether it's your initial buy of a BRRRR on the front end, or if it's going to be in the back end refinance, because when you're refinancing and you're using a traditional lender, you've got a lot more things to sign, right? Your documents, probably be 140 pages long. Whereas if you're on the front end and you're doing this with a private lender and you're doing a private note to fund your initial BRRRR, it's going to be a lot shorter, right? So you could end up spending, I don't know, $18 on closing documents, right, as you sign in. So those are a few options for you as far as what time you should expect. About 15 minutes. You've got about 3 options as far as what you could do for closing, and whether it's going to be a mobile notary or you're actually going to go there, whatever it might look like. As far as documentation, you really just need to have a form of ID with a picture. That could be a passport. I just use my driver's license. Most of the time when you're using a long-term lender, when you're refinancing, they're going to require a scanned version of your driver's license anyway. So just use your driver's license. But that's what you could expect as far as closing is concerned.